Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, into Ring of Honor Wrestling. And we're kicking things off with the rivalry that's been coming to a head. Firebird and Swerve. And Swerve with a super kick to Firebird as Firebird's making his entrance. Come on, Swerve. He could not wait to get in the ring with Firebird. Firebird suplexing Swerve into the Eagle statue. Not holding anything back. Swerve throwing Firebird into the apron. Swerve jumps up on the stairs, sliced bread onto the apron to Firebird, pulls him in the ring, and now we're official. Swerve and Firebird. Firebird rolls Swerve up. 2 count. That was a deep cradle. And Firebird arm drag to Swerve. Swerve back up. DDT nails it. Plants Firebird on top of his head. Kips up. Swerve springs into a tornado DDT, but Firebird shoots him off, goes for a kick to the head. Swerve out of the way, springing up. Leg drop to the back of the head of Firebird as he was hung up on the top rope. Swerve with a kick to the head of Firebird, flips in the ring, planting his head into the mat. And Firebird now on the offense. Head scissor into a pin. And shoots Swerve up. Swerve back into the ropes. Firebird tries to trip him. Underneath Swerve. Now big arm drag by Firebird and a knee. Firebird with a neck breaker. Arm drag into a neck breaker. Swerve fires back, trips Firebird. Firebird rolls Swerve up. Swerve kicks him away. Swerve's got him up, electric chair into a power bomb, into a corner buckle bomb. Swerve's got him up, jackhammer by Swerve. And only a 2 count. Highly impactful move there by Swerve. Knee to the gut. Swerve's got Firebird up, Firebird lands on his feet. Swerve rolls him up, picks him up again for a power bomb. Into a slam. Nice transition there by Swerve. Firebird on his knees. Swerve goes for the house call. Firebird out of the way. Firebird on the head of Swerve. Hurricanrana planting his head into the mat. Devastating planting Hurricanrana. Julia Price. Only a 2 count. Swerve kicks out Firebird up to the top rope. Flying headbutt. Nails Swerve while he was on his feet. And a corner drop kick by Firebird. Back up to the top rope. Going for it again, but Swerve meets him with a drop kick. Swerve's got Firebird up. Suplex. Picking Firebird back up. Swerve's got him up on his shoulders. Firebird elbows to the head of Swerve, escaping off the back, throwing Swerve out onto the apron. Firebird rushes in, catches Swerve, and what a slam to the mat. Firebird caught Swerve, big drop kick to the back of the head. Rolls through with Swerve. Suplex by Firebird incoming. Stalling suplex. Swerve gets crotched on the top rope. Firebird comes in and takes Swerve to the floor, spearing him off the top rope to the floor. What a thud. Now Firebird's got Tiger suplex to Swerve on the stage, but Swerve kips up into a Swerve stomp, and Swerve climbing up the stage. My God, he's on top of the pillars. Stomp down the Firebird. Firebird moves out of the way and pulls Swerve into that eagle statue. My God, what an opening we have here on Ring of Honor. Swerve being thrown into the ring. Julia Pross out of the way. Firebird up to the top rope, and he nails that flying headbutt, and that's got to do it. Swerve kicks out, though, of Firebird's finisher. Firebird up on the shoulders of Swerve, escapes. No, Swerve pulls him back up. Death Valley Driver. Center of the ring. Swerve's got Firebird up. Gut wrench power bomb. Spiral bomb. Swerve nails that. 2 count. Firebird out of the way. Rolls through. Goes for a head kick. What was that? House call. Swerve out of the way. Big chops to Firebird in the corner. Pinning him in the corner. And big shots by Swerve. Elbows, fists. Swerve biting the head of Firebird. Firebird comes out of the corner. Holding Swerve. Swerve escapes off the back. Trips Firebird out onto the apron. And Swerve springboard. Swerve stomp. Nails it, and that's gotta do it. Big win from Swerve. Firebird kicks out and rolls up Swerve. Picks him up. Pile driver. My God, what a pile driver. And Firebird. What a win. Firebird defeats Swerve in the opening of Ring of Honor here tonight. Congratulations, Firebird. One hell of a victory. Give me your headset. I am taking over Ring of Honor. Ladies and gentlemen, episode 26 of Desolation this week, and tonight's main event will directly impact the NWO versus Bloodline at Doomsday Select. Introducing first, Tank Girl. The Tank Girl will be entering the Tag Team Championship Tournament that will culminate at Unchained in 2 months. See what she's got on her plate tonight. Glad she's got a new theme song. And our opponent, Eve. You know, Eve will also be entering that tag team tournament with her sister, Ivelisse. Eve and Ivelisse a part of the first women's tag team match on the. We're underway. Tank Girl in the headlock of Ivelisse, trying to go behind, and she does. Has the back of Ivelisse. Tank Girl's got a hammerlock now. Takes Ivelisse down to the mat with a hammerlock. Ivelisse trying to counter out. Tank Girl just lets her go. And an enziguri. Tank Girl going for knees. Ivelisse out of the way and clotheslines her out of the ring. Pulls her back. Butterfly suplex. Tank Girl lands on her feet and a knee to the head of Ivelisse. And kicks Ivelisse across the ring. Arm drag by Tank Girl up to the top rope. Ivelisse meets her up on the top. Tank Girl throws her away, springing. DDT. Ivelisse throws that away. And a clothesline by Ivelisse. Tank Girl rolls Ivelisse up, but Ivelisse keeps her posture, pulls Tank Girl up, and throws her out onto the apron. Ivelisse rushes in, Tank Girl out of the way. And a zigzag by Tank Girl, center of the ring. Picks Ivelisse back up, snapmare, goes for the drop kick to the head. He ducks out of the way, elbow drop, nails it. Gonzo bomb by Eve. of the ring, and that's gotta be it. Kick out by Tank Girl. Impressive kick out. Ivelisse hits the ropes. Tank Girl ducks underneath. And she's not done yet. Arm drag by Tank Girl. Ivelisse lands on her feet and goes for a splash in the corner. Tank Girl out of the way. Ivelisse kicks her away, and a clothesline off the top rope. Chop to Tank Girl. And a fireman's carry by Eve. Arm drag by Eve. Ivelisse powerbomb. Tank Girl escapes off the back. Kick to the gut of Ivelisse. And an enziguri to Ivelisse sends her into the ropes. Tank Girl rolls her up. Pile driver by Tank Girl. Eve kicks to the head, gets out of it. And an uppercut by Eve. Back body drop. Tank Girl rolls Eve up and drops the knee. Ivelisse goes for the uppercut. Tank Girl moves out of the way. Tank Girl with a clothesline and an elbow. And jumps into the waiting arms of Eve. Eve with a fall away slam. Goes for the knee to Tank Girl. Tank Girl out onto the apron. Comes back in with a leg drop to the back of the head of Eve. Tank Girl's got the legs of Eve. Going for the submission. Eve to the ropes before Tank Girl can lock it in. Tank Girl with a sliced bread center of the ring. And has got Eve up. Onto her knee, head first. What a neck breaker. Tank Girl springs up. Eve moves out of the way. Eve with a springing drop kick to a seated Tank Girl. Tank Girl fires back with a kick. Eve with the forearms. Tank Girl scissoring the body of Eve out onto the apron. Tank Girl rushes in, but eats a knee by Eve. And Eve shooting off the apron. Buckshot lariat. A buckshot lariat by Eve. And that's got to do it. No, Tank Girl kicks out of the buckshot lariat. Tank Girl with a kick to the gut. Russian leg sweep nails Ivelisse. Great back and forth match between these two. First time competing. This is Eve's first time competing on Ring of Honor. We've seen Tank Girl twice in the past. She has not won a match yet on Ring of Honor. And after that, big impact by Eve. Butterfly suplex throwing Tank Girl. But Tank Girl fires back with an uppercut. And Eve fires back with a big knee. Tank Girl eats the knee. And Eve butterflies the arms of Tank Girl. Face first she sends her. And that's gotta be it. Eve with the pin and the win here tonight on Ring of Honor. And your winner, Eve. Eve creating some momentum going into the women's tag team tournament. You were watching Ring of Honor, episode 3. Oh, here we go. The following contest is a tag team match. Introducing first, Sabu and Justin Tom. Sabu, the mentor of Justin Tom. Justin Tom has not won a match yet, but he has been looking good since his debut. Lots of tough competition on Ring of Honor and Desolation. Let's see if he can win here tonight. Going against the world's greatest tag team. And their opponents, Charlie Haas and Shelton Benjamin, the world's greatest tag team. Sabu and Justin Tom going right after world's greatest tag team, knocking Benjamin off the apron and pulling Charlie Haas back in. Haas with a kick to Sabu. Arm drag to Justin Tom. Sabu with a forearm to Charlie Haas as he rushes in. And then a clothesline. Clothesline by Shelton Benjamin back up on the apron. Justin Tom with a drop kick to Shelton Benjamin. And now Justin Tom out on the apron. Julia Pross telling Charlie Haas to get out of the ring. We have the two official competitors in the ring. Benjamin with a hit to Justin Tom. DDT to Sabu and Benjamin. Starting off with heavy shots to Sabu. Sabu answers back with a leg drop and knocking Charlie Haas down on the apron. Shelton Benjamin's got Sabu up. Sabu escapes off the back of Benjamin. Tries to trip him up. Benjamin hits the ropes. Sabu ducks underneath. Goes for the drop kick, but Shelton Benjamin ducks and gets the arm drag to Sabu. Picks Sabu up. Sabu escapes again. Throws Benjamin into his corner. Sabu rushes in with an elbow. Just in time gets the tag. Sabu sweeps the leg. Shelton Benjamin flips Benjamin back to the center of the ring. Suplex. Just in time on the apron. Nasty suplex by Sabu. Just in time springs up. And a UFO splash to Benjamin, center of the ring. Just in time with a headlock. Throws Benjamin into his corner and tells him to make the tag. In comes Haas. And Haas ducks underneath just in time. Just in time takes Benjamin down. Moves out of the way. Haas takes his own partner out. And just in time rushes in with a drop kick to both men. Back suplex to Charlie Haas. Goes for the clothesline. Benjamin ducks underneath. Super kick by Shelton Benjamin out onto the apron to his tag corner. Just in time goes for the tag. Charlie Haas cuts him off. Back suplex into the knee. Charlie Haas goes for the face buster. Just in time lands on his feet and a knee. Big knee to Charlie Haas, picks him up. Up on the shoulder, goes to throw him into the corner. Haas escapes. Haas goes for the splash. Just in time moves out of the way. And just in time with the arm drag, Charlie Haas lands on his feet. And a super kick to Sabu by Charlie Haas. Charlie Haas diving for the DDT, but just in time with a gut buster throws Haas. Haas takes out Sabu again. Haas leapfrogs just in time. Big arm drag. And both men in their respective corners. Shelton Benjamin gets the tag to Charlie Haas. Sabu nowhere to be tagged. He's still down on the apron. Shelton Benjamin misses the splash. Just in time gets thrown onto the ropes. Benjamin misses the shot and it gets crotched. Just in time on the apron. Sabu back up. Knee super kick combination by Justin Tom and Sabu. Shelton Benjamin thrown back into the ring. Just in time springs up. Leg drop to the back of the head of Benjamin. And just in time maybe getting his first win, but Haas breaks it up. Haas throws just in time shoulder first into the post. Sabu in and kick to the back of the head of Haas, sending him out of the ring. Just in time. Staggers back into the T-bone suplex, but escapes. Benjamin misses the clothesline and takes out Julia Price. Julia Price has been taken out. Just a top super kick to Benjamin. And a clothesline sending Benjamin inside out. Charlie Haas gets an arm drag off the apron back into the center of the ring. Just in time on the apron, the world's greatest tag team in the center of the ring. And they make it to their feet. Just in time springboard. The world's greatest tag team moves out of the way, but Sabu with a springboard chair shot, and they do not move out of the way of that. Chair shot to the back of Charlie Haas. Knee by just in time and the chair shot combination. And now Sabu bringing in a table. And got just in time picking Charlie Haas up. Charlie Haas wrestling just in time down to the mat. Big shots by just in time. Sabu set up the table but misses the hip attack to Charlie Haas. Charlie Haas has got just in time up. Olympic slam. And now Charlie Haas with a steel chair. Shot to Sabu, to the gut of Sabu. Charlie Haas ducks out of the way. Benjamin leapfrogs his partner and takes Sabu off the apron. And Charlie Haas and Benjamin putting the table underneath just in time for their signature leapfrog to the back of Justin Tom through the table. Shelton Benjamin clearing out the table rubble. And that is it, the world's greatest tag team. Shelton Benjamin cleaning house before Julia Price seen anything, and Julia Price counts the 3. And the world's greatest tag team with another big win here tonight. Defeating Sabu and just in time in one hell of a tag team outing. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is now main event time. And coming soon, the crowning for the FTW champion. But now we turn our heads to NWO Job Squad already in the ring, and the Samoans out from under the ring. Killer Khan going right after Berserker, and Zet Fatu going after Chris Hero, the winner of this match. Their faction gets to pick all 3 stipulations at Doomsday Select. And they are letting their lowest on the totem pole go at it here tonight. For that big stipulation, it could go either way. Killer Khan not budging an inch. Berserker gets taken out. Killer Khan throws Berserker back into the ropes and throws him out of the ring. What a throw. That Fatu out on the apron. Killer Khan, the legal man with Chris Hero, the legal man for NWO, Chris Hero. Legs around the head of Khan, trying to wear him down. Chris Hero is a vet of the game, but he's back and has to work his way up from the bottom with Berserker. Big elbow to Killer Khan. Killer Khan with a back body drop to Chris Hero. Big kick to Chris Hero. Chris Hero tag to Berserker. Berserker back elbow, springboard back elbow. Big shots to the head of Killer Khan. And Khan picking up Berserker. Fall away slam to Berserker. Khan on the attack. Goes for the elbow drop. Berserker out of the way. Berserker with a headlock. And Khan's got him up. Berserker escapes. Goes for the boot. Khan ducks. Berserker's got the back of Khan. German suplex. No way. Khan escapes. Breaks the grip of Berserker. Goes for Bronco Buster to Berserker. And he's just sitting on the chest of Berserker. Berserker not getting any air. Khan taking everything out of Berserker right there on the apron. And Chris Hero being invited to do something about it. Hero baited in. Comes after Khan. Khan flips in. Stomp to Berserker and an elbow. My God. Berserker is being decimated. But he's back in it with a chop block. And a knee to the back of the head. Hit to Zet Fatu. Fatu out on the apron. And Berserker tilts a world head scissor. Khan throwing Berserker back into his corner. But he elbows Zet Fatu as Fatu gets to his feet. Berserker with a kick to the head of Khan. Russian leg sweep. Berserker tagged to Chris Hero. And here comes your hero. Can he get the win for NWA here tonight? Big shots to Khan. He's got to get this big man down. Flipping over onto the apron. Meeting Zet Fatu. German suplex to Zet Fatu, sending him inside out. Knee to the head by Killer Khan. And he accidentally drop kicked his partner off the apron. Chris Hero clothesline to Killer Khan. And big slam. Catching Khan, slamming him to the mat, springing up to the top rope. And Hero, whisper in the wind, nails it. Zet Fatu back up. Chris Hero spiral, suicide dive taking out Zet. And Killer Khan, crossbody out of the ring, but gets caught by Chris Hero. Hero slams Killer Khan into the apron. Throws him back into the ring, but a low blow by Zet. Low blow to Chris Hero behind Julia Price's back. Berserker trying to tell Julia Price and Samoa Joe just handed Zet Fatu a hammer. Zet Fatu, hammer shot to the head of Chris Hero. Killer Khan pulling him back in as Zet destroys the evidence. Samoa Joe takes Berserker off the apron. Killer Khan, after a jackhammer to Chris Hero, gets the win for Bloodline here tonight. Bloodline get to pick all 3 stipulations at Doomsday Select. Thank you for joining us here on Ring of Honor tonight. Next week, the Ring of Honor World Champion puts the title on the line.